know you're somewhere, somewhere.
Hi Libra, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Libra, you guys got Rhino Spirit number 5, overcome any obstacle. Libra, I see that there is something in your way. With the mountain, this is like a hurdle. This is something right before the sun, happiness for you. So my question is, I'm not getting obviously anything on what this is, but I do have the Rider at the bottom of the deck. Is there someone that you need to cut out in order for you to feel free and happy? Or is there something that you need to cut out so that someone can come in? Let's pull more cards on this. But I definitely see an obstacle or some sort of challenge in your way right now. So Libra, I feel like what the sun is to you is a relationship. Like what you're desiring most at this time is maybe a relationship, is for someone to come in. And I feel like you've been balancing yourself out so that the right person can come in. So I feel like there has been work on your part to make this happen. It's not like you've been sitting there not doing anything. I feel like you've been putting in a lot of work. So I think you're just frustrated because it hasn't come in yet. And I think that the obstacle for you is patience. I know that's like annoying, but that's what I'm getting here. The obstacle, because they're telling me here that the reason that someone hasn't come in yet with Union in reverse, it's like it's not supposed to come in yet with the Hangman. The Hangman is like the divine putting someone on a stall, or the Hangman is like somebody being told by the divine, you need to wait, right? So you're like, well, I already waited and I already balanced myself out. And I already have opened my heart up. I've already like kicked out whoever was like draining me. Like I feel like you have really been proactive. So I feel like there's someone here that's like, well, then why can't I get what I want? Because I've been working hard. And what I'm getting here is like two things. One reason is that it's not the right time. So let's just say like you're focusing on work right now. A relationship right now wouldn't be like the most beneficial thing to you. That's what I'm getting. Like, I think a lot of you, that's what you really, really desire. And that's what you really, really want. And you're like, I don't understand why it's not coming in. And they're telling you, well, it's not supposed to come in yet. You have to know with the High Priestess, right? You have to use your intuition in trying to understand that when something is meant for you, it will just come in. So I feel like you're putting in a lot of work on yourself and yet no one comes in, or you're putting a lot of work in manifesting this. Like every time, you know, like eclipse energy, like you're using like even the natural stages of the earth to help with this manifestation, and yet it doesn't come in. And then that's what's leaving you like with the two devils here. It's like, okay, now why is what I want not coming in? Like, I just see you like very annoyed at the fact that like what you want is not here yet. And like you've already done all that you thought you had to do, and you thought that like it would just basically come in. And I think that it will when it is the right time, Libra. And I feel like until then, I know this is kind of shitty, but I feel like until then, they're telling you like to keep focusing on yourself, to keep focusing on what it is you're doing, because for some reason whatever it is that you're doing has more value than the fact that than this relationship coming in. That's what I'm getting, like what you're doing on your own. So if you're healing or working on balancing yourself, that's more valuable than the relationship. I just get like, again, you're holding on to it tightly, but I don't think that's wrong, because I feel like that's a desire that you have. So I don't see that being like wrong. I just see that when it's meant to come in, it will come in. And you're fearful now that, and I think another thing is like, don't just accept anyone that comes in either, right? Because we have the Knight of Cups in reverse with the Star in reverse. So I feel like there might be a test of someone coming in, right, with the Devil and these two cards before the real thing comes in. That could be like some sort of like, that's something that you could probably get as like the catalyst to your relationship starting, is the wrong person coming in and you having to decipher between that. Because let's just say you really want a relationship really bad. So then, you know, the first person that comes in, you're likely to take that person, or the person that's around you're likely to take, and you're not necessarily using like you're not using your checklist. Like, let's say you wanted this, this, and this. I want my person to be like emotionally open. I want my person to be available. And then you settle for something less. Like, that would be the worst thing that could happen here. And for some of you, you might be tested with that before the real thing comes in. Another thing I'm getting is like, a lot of the relationships that you think in your head are coming your way. Like, let's just say you thought somebody would come back, or let's just say you thought like somebody would break up with their girlfriend and come towards you. Like, whatever those relationships that you feel were coming back around for you, I feel like a lot of them are not. And they're telling you, ask yourself why. Like, ask yourself the real reason why they're not coming back. Do you think it's because of you and something that you're doing? Or do you think it's because you can do so much better and the divine does not want to see you sitting here without your cups? Like, they're telling me that you're already in an Empress mode with these two, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Coins. Like, you're building yourself up as an Empress, and you might be working on shit, and you might be very passionate about what you're doing. And it's like, again, this is more valuable than the relationship coming in. Again, it's like, this is more important right now for some reason. And another thing I'm getting is like, the people that you've been waiting for, or the people that you think like you can have a death and rebirth with you, people that, I think there's people that you think will change, and we've all been there, where you're like, well, maybe this person will change who they are, or maybe this person will, you know, see me differently or start acting differently. And I'm getting with the divine that like, they're not. Like, some of the people that you're following around, or you're energetically like wanting to start with, the divine is like literally trying so hard to keep you away from. And I feel like some of you, again, are at the point where you'll accept just anything. And that would be such a mistake, Libra. So I get that with this read, Libra, that it's like, one, keep doing what you're doing because you're building yourself up, right? Don't focus on this relationship because it will come in when it's supposed to come in, right? There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. I think the energy is just to be passionate about your life and have fun. The block would be like you just being like, well, I can't have fun until I'm in a relationship, right? Like that, or I can't really be myself until I'm in a relationship. No. Like, they want you to do everything that you would normally do if you were in a relationship. So like, let's just say you really want to go vacation somewhere, but you're like, well, I can't go until, you know, I'm dating this person. I would want to go. It's too romantic in that location to go, you know, something stupid. Like, there's no reason for you not to go, right? Like, don't hold yourself back while you wait. And again, it's not, I don't feel like you're waiting. Like, I feel like some of you are, but some of you are not. You're just like, what the fuck is up? Like, what's wrong? Why isn't it coming in? And that leads you to fear and question yourself. And that's not what they want you to do here with the Devil here twice. Another thing they don't want you to do is to take somebody that isn't the right person. So I feel like this person here, this might be a test for some of you, right? Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the true soulmate. And then here we have, like, I feel like a fake one. So I just want to know more about the fake one. Because the real one, I mean, is the real one. The fake one is the one I'm worried about. Yeah. Yeah, see, some of you guys, because you're not getting what you want are going to just instinctively like move. Like it's not you using your intuition, it's you just being like, fuck it, I'll just do this, right? It's kind of like, you know that thing when they talk about anger and they put the 2 Coke cans out? It's like, this is what anger is. They shake both of the Coke cans and they leave one Coke can to sit there, and then the other one, they shake it and they don't let it sit, they open it right away. What happens when you open it right away? Half of the Coke gets out, you spill it everywhere, you make a mess, and you can't replenish what you've lost, right? It falls on the floor, whatever. And that's what they're trying to say here. It's like, you going into a just so-so relationship or being complacent or just like being like desperate at that point. I mean, I don't think you're being desperate. I just think, again, this is something that you desire. So you have your eye out for it, right? And you also feel balanced. So you're like, I'm ready for it. But again, Libra, you'll know when the real thing is coming. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't need to explain to you what the real thing is. You know what the real thing is. I just feel like some of you guys are like, well, I'll just take this for now. And that's a lack mentality, right? Like the poverty mindset of, you know, I'll take someone who's not as good as what I wanted just so I won't be alone. Like, don't fucking do that, Libra. You waited this long, wait longer. And again, I don't think a lot of you are waiting in an energy of like despair and shit, but I think some of you guys, it's in the back of your mind and it's driving you crazy. And this is why it's not here yet, because there's something more important that you're doing. 1, 2, the right person is just not around. Like, this is a hard person to find. This isn't somebody that's just like 1 in every like 100 guys. This is like more rare, right? I don't know. I don't want to put a number on it. I hate numbers, but like, it's rare. It's not like somebody just walking around on the street, what you're trying to manifest. So you have to be patient, right? And with the poverty, again, this is your lack mentality of like, I can't have this, or this is just all I can get at this point, so I'm just gonna take it. Don't fucking do that. Don't message somebody that you know. They might message you, right? Like, maybe you're not messaging anybody, but they're messaging you. That would be even more tricky, right? Because it's not like you're exerting your energy towards them. They're exerting their energy towards you, and this person is not in the right energy to be with you. Okay, Libra? So yeah, keep putting in the work that you're doing. I feel like whatever you're doing is more important right now. Again, I don't want to put a value on what's more important and what's not. I just want to tell you that like, there's something important that you're doing right now. Work on yourself. Again, even though you feel balanced, even though you feel a lot better than maybe you did a year ago, it doesn't mean that like the journey ever stops. And again, this person that you're trying to like procure is not somebody that's just so random that I can just go in the street and pick him out. Do you know what I'm saying? This is like a very specific type of person. And yes, they will come in. They will come in. Well, let's pull some advice for you. So Libra, I love the cards that you got. You have intelligence, the crow and the dogwood. The crow was the divine masculine to me. So number 16, this is the right person coming in. But it's also something you have to think about. Like, logically, does it make sense that because what I have been manifesting hasn't come in yet, to just seek someone who will do for just now? No, because energetically you're tying yourself to somebody toxic, to somebody that's not good. I mean, this person's king of, it was Knight of Cups in reverse. This is someone who's just probably gonna come in and say whatever they need to say, spend some time with you and dip, right? Like, is that somebody that you really want to even waste your time with? And I feel like a lot of you guys are like, well, I'm lonely, well, I've been alone for a long time, well, I've been single for a long time. Guys, it's okay. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to feel alone some days. It's okay. These are all normal emotions. And I just feel like, again, don't succumb to this, because that's that devil energy of like, well, like a scrambling energy, which you don't even need to be in, because I see everything coming and working out for you in your best interest. And then you have the raccoon and the sycamore, or curiosity. So I kind of have this like specific message, but what I'm getting with him is like, he came up randomly. Like the crow came out, and I don't know, the way that this raccoon came out was just so random. And I think that's exactly how the person coming into your life is going to be, just super random. And I know like all readers say that, but the way that this card just came out, and it's the raccoon with curiosity. It's like this person's going to be curious about what you're doing. It's not like somebody messaging you and then just being like, hey, what's up? And then you're like carrying the entire conversation. Or like they say, hey, what's up? And they have nothing to say. Oh, like, you want to meet up? Or, oh, you want to do this, like, stupid shit, right? Like, not leading to anything type of conversation. No, this person's going to be like, hey, what's up? What are you doing today? Oh, like, that's what you're into? Like, oh, that's what you're interested in? Wow, that's, like, super interesting. Or, oh, I don't know anything about it. Like, tell me more about that. Like, the person coming in this is how you're going to know it's the right person, because they're going to give a fuck, right? They're going to, like, literally be like, hey, I'm not doing anything tomorrow, and I know you're like super busy, but if you wanted to like meet up for an hour and get like coffee, that would be super cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna take your schedule and your life into account, and they're also gonna ask you questions about what you do, and they're just curiosity, right? Like, they're gonna be super interested in you. Whereas here, this person that is like the test, I feel, right before this comes in, this person hits you up and has nothing to say. So this is how you know that this person is close by. When this person comes in, there might be someone coming in that tests you in a way, where they're like, have nothing of value and nothing of interest, like, and they're just literally hitting you up for no reason, like, type vibe. That person, when they come in, then just know that this is close by. This is close by. And again, what the fuck is close by? I can't necessarily say, because the divine says close by, and that could be like 3 years later. So I don't want to put a time on this. I just want you to know that this is definitely close by if you've been tested with somebody that is like karmic or trashy, like in terms of energy. And yeah, then you have Rita of Kashya. The patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. I feel like if you want to meditate and like center yourself and you're still working on yourself and shit, sometimes, like for me, meditation is very hard. And prayer is easier for me. Like if I think that's just something that she wants to like throw out there. If you guys are not necessarily great at meditating and calming down and shit like that, I think she's trying to say, like, you can always pray, and a prayer can be anything that you want to say. Like, you could literally just have a conversation with yourself, and just say thank you to the universe. Thank you. Like, again, whatever you want to do, but I feel like speaking things out in your brain, like being like, wow, I'm so grateful for the day that I've had. I'm really happy to be where I am at. Please bring like more blessings into my life. And then like end it like that. Like, anything that you want to do, but like saying things, I feel like would be very powerful to you at this time, because I feel like there's shit that you can only say to yourself that you need to hear. Like, no one else is going to help you out with this, especially if your mind is going a little bit crazy. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Libra, I love you guys. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.